Matt Unruh here with Roger Proffitt today, the Foundation Director for Dodge City Community College, and here because a lot going on with the foundation, and well, this being videoed on the 9th of June and the 11th, this Thursday, we've got a free event for people to enjoy out at the drive-in.
Well, we're bringing Spare Parts, which is a movie about Fredi Lajvardi's life as a teacher in Arizona. He took a team of kids, most of them were undocumented immigrants, and the reason they call it Spare Parts is because they were on a limited budget. So they put together a robotics class and they entered into competition. It was an aquatics robot.
Aquatics robot.
Aquatics. And they competed against not other high schools, but they competed against colleges. And one of the colleges they competed against was MIT. And not only did they win the first year they went, but they beat MIT for 3 consecutive years.
Wow.
So it was he was such an inspiration that they made the movie Spare Parts. And George Lopez is the star that plays Fredi, and Jamie Lee Curtis is the principal of the high school. And we're putting it on Thursday night at the Drive-In Theater. It'll be around 9:15 as soon as it gets dark, and it's free of charge.
Free of charge. How did you work that out with the drive-in?
We just called the drive-in, told them what we had going, that we needed somebody to do it, and they were absolutely terrific about it. They said, we'd be glad to do that. We can't do it on Friday and Saturday nights because we're already scheduled, but we can do it on a Thursday night. So we're doing that on Thursday night, and it's a preempt to bring Fredi here a week from this Thursday. So the movie's on the 11th, and Fredi's going to be here on the 18th, and he'll be speaking at the United Wireless Conference Center.
So a really good opportunity for you to get an idea of what Fredi's life is all about and what he'll be talking about next Thursday on June the 18th, and talk about tickets and how people can get a hold of those.
Well, they're on sale now. They're at Dillon's, they're at Carter's, they're at the Dodge City Library. We're selling them here at the bookstore and also at our foundation office. They're $15, $20 at the door, and they're only $10 for students. So get your tickets now.
Yeah, and this is also benefiting the foundation as well, correct?
Well, it is benefiting the foundation only if we make money on the program. But we're keeping our ticket prices low in hopes that what we've done, Matt, is we have our speaker series set up for the year. Fredi's the first one for 2015. And we not only had Fredi speaking in June, but we also have Marshall Allen Bailey speaking during Dodge City Days on July 27th. He'll be at the Depot Theater. And then in October, we're bringing Bill Rosman. He'll be October 4th. Bill Rosman's affiliated with Marvel Comics.
Oh, wow.
And with all the Avenger movies and the Marvel movies that are out here, he's going to be really interesting to hear. So what we're doing is we're asking for sponsorships and patrons. We've sent out a lot of letters to different people. If you're interested, you become a sponsor or a patron, then you get tickets to all the events, and you also get to come to a reception, which is a pre-speaking reception. You get to meet the speaker.
Kind of a question and answer for him, maybe?
Yeah, it is. You get to come up, you get to meet him. If you want an autograph, you get to talk to him personally. So he'll be at the United Wireless Arena starting about 5:30, and then he's speaking at 7. And
it's at the conference center, though,
It's
correct?
at the conference center.
Okay. So again, June 11th, if this hasn't aired already, if you're watching this before the 11th, June 11th, that's Thursday night, free showing of Spare Parts starring George Lopez, the true life story of Fredi Lajvardi. And then on the 18th, of course, he'll be speaking at United Wireless Conference Center. I know that can be confusing
United Wireless
sometimes.
Conference Center, which is right next to the casino and right next to the arena.
And tickets available at Dillon's,
Carter's.
Well, let's see, it's called Thrifty King now, correct?
Yeah, Thrifty King by Carter's.
Public Library. Can they get them through your office too?
You bet. Get them through our office or here at the Dodge City Community College bookstore.
Okay. And tickets on sale now? In advance, $15?
$15 in advance, $20 at the door. Students are only $10.
Okay. And you've got 2 other speakers later this year. How did this lecture series come about, Roger?
Well, we brought Temple Grandin here year before last. Somebody with autism had, I don't know if you know who Temple Grandin is, but she not only is autistic, and has really found ways to overcome it or to deal with it. But she's also well respected in the cattle industry. So we had one day that was a conference for autism, and it was a packed house at the conference center. And the next day we had a cattlemen's conference, and she talked about how you should handle cattle, and it was also packed. In fact, she was endorsed by Cargill.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a very interesting conference. If you haven't watched, there's a movie about her too, isn't there?
There is. There is a movie about her.
Very, very interesting life, and the conference was amazing. I mean, I was just there to video, but I learned a ton about the cattle industry and autism all at the same time.
She has 3 or 4 books out. So if you have autism in your family, or if you want to know more about it, go out and look for a Temple Grandin book. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to put together a lecture series that's kind of patterned after the Landon lecture series in Manhattan, or the Dillon lecture series that's in Hutchinson. We ultimately would like to have a named sponsor to endow the series, like Ray and Stella Dillon did for the Dillon lecture series. They contributed enough money that it's endowed, so the interest they make or the investment they make each year helps underwrite the cost, so they can also keep their ticket prices low.
Wow, awesome.
So that's what we're working towards.
Now, is it more of a service to the community, or is this a way to generate a little money for the foundation for further projects?
Well, we hope it is at some time. Right now it's not, but our ultimate goal is just to bring interesting, relevant people into the community. Like we were talking before we got on camera, we were talking about an astronaut from the Apollo 13 mission, Fred Hazy. He's going to be in Kansas during April. He's speaking at another college, and I've been contacted about booking him for either April 12th or 14th. Now, he's a little more expensive, but we're going to try to find some sponsors or somebody to underwrite that. But what a great opportunity to bring an Apollo 13 astronaut here. And if you've ever seen the show Apollo 13 with Tom Hanks, it's a real nail biter. Yeah. And it actually happened. So it'd be really fun to bring him and hear about what happened on that mission.
Oh, and another great opportunity to sponsor for next year's lectureship series. If you're a business person out there that wants to help this thing happen, give Roger a call.
That's right.
How do they contact you, Roger?
Just call the foundation office. I have to pull out my glasses to get you a phone number. But if you call 227-9249 or just go on dc3.edu on our website, you can contact the foundation office.
Okay. So a lot going on right now. Again, Thursday, June 11th, spare parts showing at the South Drive-In, and then of course Fredi Lajvardi himself will be speaking.
On the 18th.
18th there at United Wireless Conference Center. Does that start at 7? Is that right, Roger?
It'll start at 7.
Okay. And while I got you here, Roger, let's talk about the Dome a little bit, the Activity Center. What's going on there?
Well, this is Tuesday, and we've been having construction meetings every Tuesday afternoon, and I just came from one. And we're ahead of schedule. We are done with the ring that goes around it. We're finished with that. The company that builds the dome, they're called South Industries. They're out of Idaho. They're on their way here today. They'll be here tomorrow. They're bringing 2 crews. They'll blow up the membrane of the dome, and they actually blow it up. They'll seal everything else around it on the wall. They will pressurize it. It'll blow up, and then they'll start putting insulation, rebar, liquid cement, and it'll take them about 60 days to do that. And then when they leave, we'll have a dome. It'll be a FEMA structure.
Yeah, this is the part that actually makes it a tornado shelter, correct?
That's exactly right.
Wow, an impressive time to be just watching the construction. And is there a chance for people to watch the membrane being blown up tomorrow?
There will be. Well, it's going to happen in about 2 weeks, and we'll probably let people know. We'll probably put it in the paper. We'll probably put it on our website. Now, it takes them 4 hours to blow it up, and there can't be any wind. So a lot of times they'll do it at night because we live in Dodge City. That's exactly right. But it'll really take shape when that happens.
Wow.
But you can get on dc3dome.com. We have a camera that keeps an eye on it. There's also a 3D fly-through so you can see what the finished product is. So it'll keep you up to date. And when we start working on the inside, we're going to move a camera to the inside. So if you go to dc3dome.com, DCCC.com, you'll be able to see what's going on in the construction process.
Now, I know a lot of it depends on funding, Roger, but what all is supposed to be included in the dome?
Well, we are looking for funding. We have naming opportunities. We have 2 people that have taken naming opportunities. One of our major contributors is a Mr. Don Skinner. He's leaving us a legacy gift that is very generous. And he's going, the drive around the dome will be named the D. Skinner Drive. Huh. We're also talking to an individual about naming rights for the basketball court. We haven't put that together yet, so I can't divulge the name.
Okay.
But we're also looking for other people because we really need to raise about $1.6 million within the next year.
Okay.
So we need to be pretty aggressive with getting people to participate. In July, we're going to be doing a brick paver in front. We'll have a design on that, and we'll be selling bricks. So you can put your name, somebody's name, on a 4x8 brick or an 8x8 brick. So we'll have a design, and that'll be out sometime in July.
How has fundraising been going for the dome?
We have a FEMA grant for $491,000, so that's good. Right now, we've raised about $1.5 million.
Okay, and the total cost of the project
is going to be around $8.3 million. Okay. The city has helped us out and issued industrial revenue bonds to the tune about $5 million. So we're still about $1.6 million short.
Okay, but this is still something that we're hoping where taxpayers won't have to pay anything through taxing, correct?
No, not at all. Absolutely not.
Okay.
We'd like to raise the majority. In fact, we'd like to continue to raise money and pay off the revenue bonds and not use it out of operations from the college.
And this is something that benefits not only the college but the community, something where the community would come and work out. There'll be a walking track, I believe, still.
We'll have an upstairs walking track. There'll be stairs going up, and there'll also be an elevator. There'll be a snack bar and downstairs. So the general public can come in and walk on a windy, rainy, snowy day because the environment will be perfect in there, and then they can come downstairs, sit at a table, and have a cup of coffee. And
one of the important things too is a tornado shelter for the surrounding area, and I live about half a mile away, so that's perfect for us as well.
That's right. It'll have a sign on it with a tornado, and it'll see good for winds up to 250 miles an hour. If you've been to Fowler, they have something similar. It's just theirs is 142 feet wide. Ours will be 170 feet wide.
And the Kinsley Dome is just about done too, correct?
It is, and it's just a little bit smaller than ours is. Okay. But I think it's around 162 feet.
And then the eventual plans is for DC3 basketball, and I think competitive volleyball games and murals to all be played in there, which if you've been on campus, is something that's been needed to have that home court advantage.
That's right. We're working on bleachers. We're meeting with a bleacher company Thursday morning. So we're going to decide on seating capacity. We'd like to keep it somewhere around 1,500 seats. We'll also hold graduations in there, maybe some concerts, maybe Friday night flicks with movies. There's just an innumerable number of things that we can use that for. And it's on campus, so it'll be very accessible to the students.
Something that just seems like it'll improve student life tremendously from where it is right now.
Well, if you're a student recruiter, that's going to be the first place I'd take as a prospective student. Yeah, look what you could utilize. Yeah, so it'll be a nice addition.
Matt Unruh here with Roger Proffitt, Foundation Director for DC3. And, well, I want to mention that DC3 Foundation is a separate entity from the college.
We're a 501c3 nonprofit. So any money that we raise, our only person that we can contribute to is the college. So we're dedicated to the college. Okay. But we're just an arm out of it. So if somebody were to donate money to the foundation, we're a nonprofit, so they can take a deduction. They can write it off.
There you go. If you're wanting to contribute to the college, Roger's the guy to contact.
Well, and it's really important now with the way the government is, and they take away funding from schools. We're all looking for other ways to fund operations, to fund infrastructure. So the foundation is very important, not only here, but at every college.
So a lot going on with the foundation right now. Again, if you're watching this before Thursday, June 11th, drive-in movie with spare parts featuring George Lopez playing the part of Fredi Lajvardi, who will be speaking at United Wireless Conference Center on June 18th, part of the DC3 Foundation lecture series, and then of course the Dome coming up and coming along and on target. What's the completion date on that again, Roger?
July of 2016.
Okay.
FEMA, it has a drop dead date that we have to have it finished by then, so that's our target, and so far we're on schedule.
Exciting things happening here at DC3, and looking forward to more. Roger, anything else you'd like to add?
No, but if you're interested in making a contribution or have any questions whatsoever about it, please contact the Foundation office. We'd be more than happy to answer your questions.
Again, Roger Proffitt, Director of the Foundation for Dodge City Community College. I'm Matt Unruh. Thanks again for watching.
Thanks, Matt.